Hey everyone, Matt from MKRC. In today's video, the saga of the WL Toys 124019 continues. This new motor is a US Car Rocket V2 Supersonic 3650 that's 4700 kVs. The 3650 motor has a 36 millimeter diameter and a 50 millimeter length, which is very similar, if not identical, to a 540 motor. Let's get this thing opened up. And there it is, the Rocket RC brushless motor. This is actually made by Surpass Hobby. It is a censored motor. I'm not going to be running a sensor. Got our motor terminals. This thing looks very, very well built. We'll have to see how it performs. In regards to size, this motor is, like I said, 36 millimeters in diameter. And this 540 motor right here that I use in my crawler, when you subtract the logo and branding, is also 36 millimeters. And then the can length, we've got about 50 millimeters on the brushed crawler motor, just about 50 millimeters on the brushless Surpass Hobby motor. 3650 and a 540 motor are just about the same size. So the connectors on the motor are a 4mm connector, and the connectors on the electronic speed controller are actually a 3.5 millimeter connector right here. On the website for this quick run ESC, it says they're 3mm, so I ordered some 3mm connectors and they didn't fit. So 3.5 mils on the way. I'm going to make up an adapter so I can go from 4mm down to 3.5 mil. That way I don't have to cut any of these off and void any warranties. Right here I have 3 female 4mm connectors that I'm going to solder some wire to. And on the other end I will have 3 3.5 mil male connectors to plug into the electronic speed controller. Let's get to it. I've made up my adapter from 4mm down to 3.5 mil. Did the best I could with the color of heat shrinks I had. I ended up with black wire to black wire with green heat shrink, yellow wire to yellow wire with black heat shrink. Looking at that, I guess I could have switched those. And red wire, red heat shrink to red wire. Time to power this thing on and just see if it's faster. Let's do it. Turn on the radio. It is set. Turn on the car. Oh boy. That is already significantly faster. You can tell immediately by the tires ballooning way up. I'm able to run this very, very large gear and this 3650 motor at 4700 kV I think is going to prove to be extremely fast. Let's take it out for a run. Well, first run didn't go very well. Looks like something just caught on fire. So it's turned off, it's sizzling, and I think I finally burned something up. More to be discovered soon. Motor temperature's fine. I don't want to touch the electronic speed controller because I think that's what I saw smoke come out of. So yeah, let's pull the battery out. Battery looks okay. So up until that point it was cogging pretty bad under full throttle. The ESC is too hot to the touch. So I think the ESC let the smoke out, which means it's time to get something better. I think I've just torture tested this thing a little bit too much. So right here is the spec sheet for the ESC that I've been running. And I think this is really going to explain why I've been having so many cogging and power supply issues. This ESC is a Hobbywing Quick Run WP 16BL30. It's a 30 amp, 180 amp peak. It is designed for 18th scale and 16th scale cars, 2 or 3S LiPo, but if you look here, running on a 3S, it wants a motor that is a 2435 or smaller, and I'm currently running a 3650, and it wants the kV to be less than 5500, and so I'm not really hitting either of those marks. The replacement ESC that I've ordered is a Quick Run 10BL60 for a 10th scale car running on 2 or 3S. I think this ESC will be much more capable of handling the power that I'm trying to throw at this thing. When that arrives, I'll get it installed and we'll see how it does. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the shorter video today. Unfortunately, this is just part of the learning process, and definitely check the specs on the parts that you're buying. This little car has been a tremendous learning curve and a tremendous money pit, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I think eventually I'll have this thing operational and it'll be a really fun track car and I'll finally get to do what I've wanted to do with it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching.